What's going on, everybody? Strike City DMV. Just wanted to welcome everybody to the 2017 bass fishing season. It is March the 5th right now, and the season is upon us. Even though today is very cold in Maryland, it's about, when I woke up this morning, about 25 degrees, so that's not what I wanted. But to any avail, I've been in the house prepping tackle. I know I hadn't put any videos out for a while. I just wanted to take some time and focus on family in the off season, making sure my daughter's good, making sure I had everything squared away for this particular upcoming season, which is right here now, 2017. Got a lot of projects going on that's been going well. I've been very blessed. This year has started out well. Picked up a sponsorship, Riot Baits. So I'm very, very happy and thankful to Riot Baits for picking me up. If you haven't watched their website, I should say, look at www.riotbaits.com. Bunch of excellent baits. Got some good things coming out in the next couple months here. We also have a really good bladed jig that's going to be coming out called the Riot Baits Recon. That should be available April 1st. If not the first, that first, early weeks of April, it should be available. I'll be making an announcement on that, and hopefully I'll be fishing some of the prototype jigs in some of the tournaments that's coming up prior to April. Just testing them out, that type of thing. I'm going to highlight a couple of my projects before I get into the video that I'm actually going to post. I have an app that I'm designing. It's a fishing app. I'm working with a company in Miami called Brainy Apps. So anytime you have any type of ideas that you kind of want to put into fruition, look up a company called Brainy Apps, and they can get you squared away on the proper steps you need to take in order to get your app idea off the ground and up and running. Much like anything, you gotta have money to get started, so that's another reason why I haven't been posting a lot of videos. I've just been working, grinding, trying to make as much money as I can to support this very expensive fishing addiction that I have, with all the entry fees and tackle and gear, whatever you want to call it. I've just been stacking it up, but it's been going right out the door, buying all this stuff, trying to get squared away, because I'm one of those type of people. I gotta have the best. I can't have second-hand stuff. I gotta have the best when it comes to tackle, because the worst thing in the world is to get in a tournament that you've spent a lot of money to enter, and for you to lose a fish on a decision that you made in the store, better yet, a financial decision that you made in the store regarding tackle. Instead of spending an extra $7, $8, $9, $10, you opted to go the cheaper route, and it cost you a fish that could have meant, $800, $900 or $1,000, or even a win. So, I think about that when I purchase the higher end products, but they tend to last, and they tend to get better action and XYZ. But anyway, got my app that I'm working on. Hopefully by the end of summer, that'll be launched for iOS and Android. So we'll see how that goes. I'm currently in phase 2, so working on that. Doing some stuff with Riot Baits. So that's 2. I'm going to be fishing the BASS Open. That's going to be on the James River, August the 5th in Richmond. So it's a 2-day tournament, Thursday and Friday. If you make the cut on Friday, you fish on championship Saturday. The final weigh-in is at Bass Pro Shops in Richmond, Virginia off 95. The first 2 weigh-ins are going to be at Osborne Landing out of Richmond. So I fully anticipate on I'm doing well, since I grew up in that area prior to going down south when I was in the Marines and fishing all the southern lakes in Georgia and stuff like that. I'm doing FLW, doing all the FLW, BFL stuff, and probably some of the coasters. So We got a big one here on the Potomac for the coasters in June, I believe. And no, I'm sorry, is it June? Is it August? Oh, sorry, August. Like towards the end of August is a big one in Costa on the Potomac. Got so many I can't even keep up track anymore. But right now, in 2 weeks, I'll be leaving for Smith Mountain Lake in Huddleston, Virginia, to get ready for the Smith Mountain Lake BFL. So I'm gonna try to rely on my experience. When I was in the Marines, I was stationed in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, which is about an hour and a half from Table Rock and Lake of the Ozarks. So Table Rock sets up. I'm sorry, Smith Mountain Lake sets up just like Table Rock. So I'm trying to use my experience on that lake to guide me through Table Rock. I'm sorry, not Table Rock. Through Smith Mountain Lake. So that's the first one for the FLWs. The second one is in Kerr Lake on the Virginia-North Carolina border. Have a lot of experience fishing Kerr, so I expect to do well there. Just gonna be a good year. The ABAs. I forgot all about that. The Ram Opens. First one is the 25th of this month on the Potomac. I'm fishing that. I expect to do well in Potomac. I've been here for almost 5 years now, so I got a feeling, got a good feel for the Potomac and what to do in tidal water. So I'm just excited. This is gonna be a good year. God has blessed me so far. Things have been going well. A bunch of new tackle. I thought about doing a rod and reel arsenal. You can leave a comment in the description below, in the comment box below, not the description, if you want me to do that. I don't really like to get into that because I got a lot of stuff, and you know, if you got any questions on tackle, I'll be happy to answer it. If I don't have the answer, I know where to find it. But yeah, I really don't like doing those type of reviews. I might do some product reviews here and there on certain baits and stuff like that, but the rod and reel arsenal, I think those get kind of boring and redundant, and I have a lot of tackle, and you know, some of the stuff that I have, I wouldn't suggest getting it unless you actually had the money to get it, because some of it's not necessary unless you're a tournament fisherman. But there are comparable alternatives that are half the price. So, for example, I buy a lot of Seagar. I use Tatsu line on certain applications. You don't need Tatsu line on every application, or, you know, Tatsu line is very expensive. I mean, you're talking 40, 50 bucks for a spool, for a 200 yard spool. So you don't need that. You can get Seagar Red Label fluorocarbon and pay, you know, a third of the price, you know, 16 bucks, 15 bucks. So that's pretty much it. Doing a lot of FLW, BFLs, ABA Ram Opens, the Coasters, and the Bass Open. That's the big one. The BASS Open, that's a big one. I may do the BASS Open in Champlain. Still debating that, but we'll see. But without further ado, this video is for a place that I have been feverishly fishing the last 2 months, and that's 4 Mile Run. A lot of people have been asking me about 4 Mile Run. I post on Instagram at strikecitydmv.com. Not .com, but strikecitydmv. A lot of people have been asking me, where's 4 Mile Run? 4 Mile Run is a branch, creek arm, or whatever you want to call it, off the Potomac. It's in the Arlington, Crystal City, Alexandria, / area. There's a power plant that's there, and it puts off a warm water discharge, and it's one of the few places other than Blue Plains that you can only access by boat. And Blue Plains is the Justin Lucas dock area that he wanted, and I think a couple guys just shot a video out there, not recently. I think it was John B or somebody else. SB Fisher, cool guy out here that fishes pretty well. So they shot a video out there in Blue Plains. Blue Plains has a power plant that puts out warm water discharge, and 4 Mile Run is the same thing, but it's accessible by foot, so you can get out there and bank fish. The water temperature is around 48, 49 degrees, sometimes a little bit warmer than that, 51, 52, depending on the air temperature, all year round. So you can go out there in the dead of winter and catch 4 or 5 pounders. So it's perfect. So I've been fishing there, trying to get break in some of my new gear, get used to some of the new stuff that I'll be using this season. So it's gonna be a good season, everybody. I hope everybody catches them, tight lines, hit me up, subscribe. I may be doing some fishing tournaments later on this year. I don't know how I'm going to squeeze it all in, but June seems to be a pretty good month. I want to do a team tournament or something like that on Loch Raven, maybe Centennial. Not sure, but we'll figure it out. But please subscribe. Thank you for your support. You see me at 4 Mile or out and about at some of these lakes in Prince George County, Columbia. Please say hello. And hopefully I have a website up pretty soon with Strike City DMV apparel. Everybody tight lines. Have a good one. Machine gun hits. Thought I might have been one, but nothing significant. There he is. He's pulling. Come on, get up here. That clear water. Decent one.
Drop shot?
Yeah.
God dang.
He wanted that robo worm. Decent fish. 2-pounder. Just let him go. She gone. Better one. Better keeper. Four-mile run toad. Very, very chunky. She's about to spawn. She's about to spawn. It's about a 4, 3.5, 4. Strike City, baby. Ride baits.
looking for? Little guy.